Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. So yeah, day 9 of Oak. Earth in your pelvis, fire in your spine. So this idea of we've been creating this rebound through our spine. So we it's like the impulse downwards, the impulse to ground, the impulse down actually creates this levity or this fire through the spine, this lightness, this connection. So we shall continue with this today. I hope you're here, Pat. I sent the link yesterday. Who knows? Maybe you're here, maybe you're not. And welcome to all the rest of you. It's always really lovely to be here, to be connecting, to be thinking about movement and, yeah, oaks. So great. Come lie on your back. So landing in onto your back, feet are flat on the floor. And just wiggle your pelvis a little bit so that you feel the ground beneath you. Maybe do small, tiny circles to find your sacrum on the ground. And then circle in the other direction. And as you do this, feel the weight of your pelvis. Feel the sense of the ground of your pelvis. These are the huge bones of your body. These are like the stones of you, the bones of you. And so feel the earth in your pelvis, the ground. Nice. Push your feet firmly down. And as you push your feet down, let that travel into your lower back. And then float your feet off the floor. Push your feet down, feel the ground, flattening into your lower back, and then lift your toes off the floor. Lift your feet off the floor. Push and lift. Push and lift. Push and lift. Push and lift. Stay lifted. Draw your knees up towards your chest. And then bring your feet to the floor. Push and lift your hips up off the floor, rolling up along your spine. So now we're doing the bigger version of the same movement. Drop your bum down, lift, draw your knees up towards your chest. Bring your feet to the floor, roll up along your spine. Bum drops, draw your knees up towards your chest. Feet drop, roll up along your spine. Bum drops, draw your knees up towards your chest. Feet drop, roll up along your spine. One more time. Bum drops, draw your knees up towards you. Feet drop, roll up along your spine, and just pause, traveling up, pausing, and just having a sense of this moment. So knees, hips, shoulders, one long flat line. Shoulders and neck are comfortable. Anchor down through your elbows, anchor down through your fingertips. And then find the sense of rebound. So earthing down or rooting down or rebounding down into the floor, and then rise through the hips a little bit more. Thighs are parallel. Maybe squeeze your thighs ever so gently towards each other. Feel into the outer parts of your thighs, a sense of engagement. Nice. Rolling down, landing on the floor, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows. So your hands are directly over your face, your elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. Draw your right knee up and touch your right knee to your right elbow. And you'll notice that your bum has probably floated a little bit off the floor, rounded a little bit off the floor. So we're going to come into zoomies. So lengthening into that right leg. And as you lengthen into your right leg, lengthen your arms, but also lift your bum off the floor. Bend your knee, bend your elbows, let them touch. And then lengthening long, leg long, arms long. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, touch. And then lengthen long. Find that sense of extension down into all of the toes. Bend your knee, bend your elbow. One more time. Long. Super. Bend your knee, bend your elbows, bring your bum to the floor, drop your foot to the floor, other side. Draw the left knee up to your left elbow. Your bum has slightly rounded upwards. And then lengthen, lift your hips. As you lengthen your arms, lengthen that leg. Bend your elbow, let your bum land. Lengthen, let your bum rise. Bending, bum drops. Lengthening, bum rises. Bending, back lands. Lengthening, back rises. Last one. Bending, landing, lengthening, up. Super. Bring your arms wide and out to the side. Bum is on the floor, feet are on the floor. Drop both knees down to the right. Pause. Back up to center. Both knees down towards the left. Pause. Back up to center. Down to the right. And as you roll, how do you feel the bones of you, the stones of you, the earth in your pelvis, the ground of your pelvis? And just rocking from one side to the other, feeling like it's just incredibly heavy in the most wonderful way. Awesome. So reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Cross your arms so that the right arm is closer to your face, and then bring your hands to hold onto your shoulders. Tuck your elbows down towards your chest. I'm going to shimmy my shoulders a little bit as I hold my shoulders. And then gently just draw your elbows a bit towards the right, and then draw your elbows a bit towards the left. How would you do that? It's like you have to roll. I'm rolling onto my fingertips. I'm rolling onto my nails. I'm kind of sending my elbows one side and then sending my elbows the other side. Nice change. Both arms up. Left arm in front of the right. Cross your arm and send it over towards the right, over towards the left. And it's interesting. I don't feel like I'm rolling. I feel like I'm like traveling and then sending my elbow and shoulder forward. Traveling, elbow and shoulder forward. It feels a little bit like chunk, 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 chunk. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a roll. It feels like, yeah, it's very interesting. Nice. Drop your arms down, straighten your legs out long, and just pause. Let's just roll into your ankles. Squeezing your toes, opening your feet. Squeezing your toes, opening your feet. Squeezing your toes, opening your feet. Nice. So roll over and come to sit for a moment. So legs are long in front of you. Bum is on the floor. If you want, you can put like a book or a block or a pillow underneath your bum. And so bring both arms forward in front of you. And then rise up through your fingers up towards the ceiling. And as you rise, you'll feel your spine has to lift as you do this. So drop down into the pelvis. Feel the ground beneath you. And then feel like the fire of your spine rising from the pelvis. Let it lift and rise all the way up through the top of your head. Nice. Bend your elbows into swan. So elbows bend, they pull down. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your palms together and drop your hands down. And then round your back And draw your nose down towards your knees. Hands are just in front of your chest. Nice. Rising up, arms forward, reaching up towards the ceiling, long through the spine. Feel the fire in your spine. Bend your elbows into swan. Lengthen your arms. And then palms come together. Drop your hands down. Round your back forward. Draw your nose down in the direction of your knees. Nice. And again, arms forward, rising up. Bend your elbows. As you bend your elbows, feel the length of your spine. And then reaching up, feel the fire in your spine. And then palms together, rounding forward, bring your nose down to your knees. Nice. Both hands forward in front of you. Pull the right elbow back and bring your right fingers to the floor behind you. And so you're twisting towards the right with your chest. And then find the ground of your pelvis. Feel the earth in your pelvis. And then rise through your spine. Like find the fire in your spine, that rebound that lengthens through you. I love the idea of fire in my spine. I was thinking about wind in my spine. Doesn't feel like it's potent enough, or it's like fire in my spine. I'm like, whoosh, this incredible length, this connection through the deep of me. Twisting, find your rebound. Weight drops down as you rise and feel the deep of you lifting. Nice. Other side, both hands forward. Pull the left elbow back. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. Grounding into the earth. Finding your pelvis. Feeling the earth. Rebound. And then fire in your spine. Nice. And come back to center. So bring your feet wide and then bend both knees over towards the right so you're into zigzag. Your hands can be on your knees or your right hand can be on the floor as you wish. Tuck your chin in, drop your nose down towards your navel. How low can you go? And then rise through the spine. Feel your legs on the floor. So I'm pushing my feet down. I'm engaging into my thighs. I have my pelvis, the earth of my pelvis, and I'm rising through my spine. And I'm going to look upwards. I kind of fling my chest up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching up, looking up. Find the fire in your spine, the earth in your pelvis, reaching deeply upwards. Nice. Bend your elbows. Bring your hands down. Drop your nose down like you're trying to bring your nose to your belly button. And then rising, engaging into the floor, rise through your spine, looking up, bend your elbows and reaching up. Find the fire in your spine. Fling yourself towards your hands, like rise deeply upwards. Nice. Bend your elbows, stretch your legs out long. Come to the other side. So bend your knees and bring your knees over towards the left, feet to the right. Hands to your knees or to the floor as you wish. Drop your nose down. Like your nose is going to try and come towards your belly button. And then slowly rise. Earthing into the ground, rebound. Looking up towards the ceiling, bend your elbows, reach up with your arms, find the fire in your spine. Bend your elbows, hands to your thighs, rounding your back, dropping down. Nose in the direction of your navel. And then rising up, looking up, Bend your elbows, reaching up. Fire in your spine, earth in your pelvis. Pushing down into the ground. Really feel like to push down into the ground, the same question is how would you stand up from here? So it's that sense of, oh, I'm gonna somehow push so much into the earth that I have a sense of levity that rises me upwards, that I could actually stand from here. Oh dear, and then coming all the way down. Nice, stretch your leg that long, roll into your ankles, deep circles. And then in the other direction. So I'm going to come into a cross-legged position, but if cross-legged is not what you want to do, then sit on a chair or sit your bum higher on a block, okay? So cross-legged position with your right leg in front, left leg behind, and just pause. So again, you're sitting on a chair, or you're sitting up on a block of some kind, or a stool, or you're sitting on the ground with your legs into cross-legged. Bend your right elbow, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling, and feel that sense of reaching up and lengthening. So I have this feeling always, so I ground down and then I fling myself up into my arm because I'm really committed to touching something with my finger. It's not just I'm reaching, I'm not just having my hand up there, I'm like up with my arm and then look up. Nice, tuck your chin in and then bring your hand to the top of your head. And then bring your hand to the back of your head. And maybe bring your hand between your shoulder blades. But if you find that you have to round to get your hand behind your back, then see where you can be with your arm open and your chest high. And then I'm going to kind of, that hand that's touching, wherever it's touching, let that area move forward. So it's like I lean into that contact and I lengthen through the front of my chest. So find the ground, earth in your pelvis, fire in your spine, lean upwards or lean backwards so that you're opening upwards. Nice, straighten through that arm, lower your hand down. Nice, take your left hand, reach it behind you. Bring your hand to rest into your lower back, maybe up between your shoulder blades, maybe just on your lower back. You can walk it up. It doesn't have to float up. So you can walk it up as high as it goes. Like how far up your back could you scratch your back is the other way of asking this question. And then rise. So earth in the pelvis, rise through your spine and look to where the wall and the ceiling meet and just lift your chest towards that place. Draw your shoulders back. Nice. Soften your hand, soften your arm, come back. Stretch your leg that long. If you're sitting in a chair, wiggle your toes, roll your ankles. If you're sitting on a block, stretch your legs out. And then bend your knees so your left foot is on the outside, your right leg is on the inside. From here, bend your left elbow, reach your left hand up. Have that sense of earth in your pelvis, fire in your spine, reaching up, looking up. Really like I fling myself deeply upwards. I'm committed to reaching and elongating upwards. Nice. Tuck your chin in, bring your hand to your head. Hand behind the back of your head. Maybe between your shoulder blades, wherever it touches, doesn't matter. It's about you finding what is wellness for you. If this shoulder goes, oh, this is gnarly, then find a place where maybe your hand is on the top of your head. Really no judgment about the shape you're making. Deep expectation about the sensations that you're feeling. So can you keep monitoring of your sensations and be well? So we're going to lift our chest as our hand is touching wherever it's touching behind us. It's like we lean into that contact and we lift our chest and look to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Leaning upwards, opening upwards. Fire in your spine, earth in your pelvis. Nice. Release. Arm goes up, hand comes down. Bring your right hand behind you. Bring it either into your lower back, pause there, or how high up your back could you wiggle your hand to scratch your back? And then lean up and forward with your chest. Always listening to your shoulder. If anything you're doing feels gnarly, then so if anything feels strong, you've gone too deep. So reverse. Come back out a bit and then lean upwards. So don't practice injury. Don't practice overwhelm. Don't practice rigidity. Practice fluidity, movement, ability. Awesome. Release. Come roll all the way over and bring your knees wide. Come rest into your child's pose. So whatever place you want to put your arms, I know some of you like tucking your elbows in between your knees. For today, that might be really sweet because we did loads of arm stuff there. So you take both elbows and you draw them in. You can rest your head in your hands if you wish. But so now it feels like, the earth in my pelvis, the weight of my pelvis is really sinking down. And it feels more like embers in my spine, this sense of a shimmering aliveness and brightness. Just feel. What does your spine feel like? What does your pelvis feel like? What's the sense of the bunny rabbit? Lovely. So stay where you are, or you can roll over onto your back and pause there, or you can just find, well, like, what would you do to come to rest right now? How wonderful. Very sweet. So practicing your inner bunny rabbit is a really good thing. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it's just wonderful. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another awesome edition of Oak. Ciao. Fire in your spine, earth in your pelvis. Nice. What a nice intention for the day. Great. Ciao.